Amanda, we're live on the Ansonia side of Division Street, very popular, busy, heavily traveled street, which was closed for some 10 hours here at Clifton and Atwater and Division until about 10 minutes ago. Then the investigation moved a couple of houses up Atwater Street to where the suspect in this shooting, where his mother lives. Quite a day. Just after beginning his morning shift, a Derby police officer was stopped at a light at the intersection of Division Street and Atwater Avenue.
Two males approached the vehicle and were pounding on the windows in distress.
Derby's chief says while the officer was trying to determine what type of assistance they needed, he asked them to move over to the curb line. Then chaos.
A vehicle was passing by, driving by the intersection, and one of the two males that were in distress pulled out a handgun and fired several shots into the passing vehicle.
Then the Derby officer engaged the shooter
and fired at him, striking the suspect.
The 26-year-old suspect struck in the leg, sustaining a non-life-threatening injury. Both he and his 16-year-old cousin with him were detained. This is the car that was hit by at least 2 gunshots. The occupant was not injured.
I heard 2 small caliber shots go off early this morning, about 7 a.m.
He lives in this corner house next to the shooting scene where he says the suspect was laying on the ground while he was talking to the 16-year-old.
And I was yelling at him not to move through the window because he kept yelling out that he's a child, I'm a child, I'm a child. Don't shoot me, I'm a child.
The 16-year-old's mother insisted her nephew had no gun and that the Derby officer is the only one who shot anybody.
My son ain't never been arrested. My nephew, yes, but he's not no angel. We're not going to go there, but he didn't do no crime today.
Among the evidence recovered from the scene, this silver revolver, which police sources say was used by the suspect. State Police major crimes in that house, a couple of houses up Atwater Avenue on the Derby side of Division Street. And you're saying, well, why is state police involved? Well, whenever there's an officer involved shooting, state police and the state's attorney's office always assumes the investigation. No arrests have been made yet, but I'm told the 16-year-old will not be arrested. The 26-year-old will ultimately be arrested, perhaps as soon as tonight. We're live here on the Ansonia side of Division Street. Tony Terzi, Fox 61 News.
Tony.